So on Monday, we spoke about the Land Use Act. Now today, we're going to talk about essential land documents you need when you're buying a land, particularly in Enugu State. All land belongs to the government, but you can still be granted the right to occupy and use a particular property. Now, here are 5 essential land documents you can own in Nigeria. It's a no-brainer that the first one is the CFO, that's the Certificate of Occupancy. Now, the CFO came into existence in 1978 under the Land Use Act of 1978. The CFO is the highest land document you can own in Nigeria. Now, the CFO is only issued once. It cannot be issued twice. If CFO has already been issued on a piece of land, it cannot be issued again. And usually the CFO is given to you by the state government. It's the duty of the state government to prepare the CFO. If the CFO already exists on a particular plot of land or plot of land that you want to buy, you're not going to be given another CFO, you're going to be given the deed of assignment. But if you are given the deed of assignment, the root title of that document is the CFO. Which brings me to the second document we're going to talk about today, the deed of assignment. In this particular window, we're going to talk about the deed of assignment, the deed of lease, and sublease. The deed of assignment is a legal document usually prepared by a lawyer that transfers ownership from the previous owner to the current owner. The deed of lease or sublease is given when you buy a property and have used that property for 5 years or 6 years. If I've used that property for 5 years or 6 years, the remaining years on that property is going to be given to you, is going to be transferred to you, the current owner, and that's known as the deed of lease or sublease. The deed of assignment contains the transaction date, the names of both parties involved, the full history of the land, an indemnity clause, and signatures of both parties and their witnesses. Now we're going to talk about the governor's consent. The governor's consent is basically you notifying the governor that this land that you're in charge of, I want to use it. Now, the governor's consent is usually gotten in the middle of registration. Registering your property is like going to somebody, it's like knocking on the door of the governor that you're here to buy a property. Now, the governor giving you his consent and signing it is him basically saying, yes, I'm aware of this transaction, go ahead with it. Now, the fourth document we're going to talk about is the irrevocable power of attorney. Power of attorney is simply giving somebody the right to be in charge of a property. Now, irrevocable means that you're giving them the right, you cannot get the right back. Sometimes in Enugu, instead of a deed of assignment, they give you an irrevocable power of attorney. This just shows that the previous owner of the land is handing over every right of that document to you, and he cannot get that property back. Now, this irrevocable power of attorney is registered at the land registry, making it a legit and acceptable title document. And the final document we're going to talk about is the survey plan. The survey plan is basically a graphical representation of your plot. It's going to show you the perimeter and the boundaries of your plot. That is basically what the survey plan is, and usually has the stamp of the surveyors on it. And those are the 5 essential land documents in real estate. And as always, my name is Blessing Abraham. This is Real Estate with Blessing. I'll see you tomorrow.